Hello, Damien here from Cloud Technology Experts. Now we have this series of videos I'm doing called Kubernetes GitOps with Flux. And if you click here, you have access to all the documentation here that you can come and take a look. We also have the project plan here. So today we're looking at understand kustomize. This will be a short video just to talk about kustomize. Flux uses kustomize. So the aim of introducing kustomize is so that when we start talking about Flux, we will have an understanding of what kustomize is and what it's used for. So we have a brief introduction to kustomize here, and I talk about it in this video as well, but today we're dedicating this short video to introduce kustomize. So what is kustomize? As you can see here from the name, this is a play of words. If you replace this K with C, then you have kustomize. And you know how it is when you try to customize something for a specific use case. So we're basically trying to make modifications to what we have to achieve something else, to achieve another objective. And we're going to take a look at this directory structure here to understand what kustomize does. So basically, if you have a set of YAML files that you're using to manage your environment, you can adopt or customize those files to achieve another objective. And a good example here is that if you have some set of YAML files that you want to deploy your application in 3 different environments, for example, pre-prod, staging, and production environments, you can use those same set of YAML files and customize them for different environments. One of the things you could customize, for example, could be maybe the image. Maybe the image you have in pre-prod may be different from the image you have in production. Or it could be the namespace. Maybe in pre-prod you want to use a pre-prod namespace, and in production you want to use a production namespace. So as you have your base files in one directory, you can now use kustomize to make those changes for you. So now you can use Kubernetes command kubectl to help you create those files after you have made the changes. So kustomize is inbuilt into kubectl as an option, or you can also install kustomize and use it independently of kubectl commands. We're going to just take a look at this example here. And if you understand this example, pretty much you have a very good understanding of kustomize. So here's my directory structure. So we're starting from LMS kustomize. In here, I have 2 files, LMS deploy and LMS service. For me to deploy this application, I need these 2 files. This is going to help me create a deployment for the application, and this will help me create a load balancer to connect to those endpoint application ports. So in addition, we've created this file here called customization.yaml. All the customization we want are in this file. Then now we have 3 files. We can now say, help us generate another file using the information we store here. So that is it. We can run the kustomize here to help us generate those the new changes. So let me go back to my shell to show you that before we continue with the others. So that is the directory I just showed you. LMS kustomize. So let's go into it, or let me run the tree command here. If I run the tree command here, this is what I showed you earlier. This is what we're using for our customization files. So let's go into LMS kustomize, and those are the 3 files I showed you earlier. So here is the customization file. Let's cut it and see. So that's all we have here. We have under the resources section, we have the 2 YAML files we're going to be working with, LMS deploy and LMS SVC. Then we have something here called name prefix. In all the objects, we're going to change their names, and we're going to put pre-prod in front. Then at the same time, here under the namespace, we're going to run this under the namespace of pre-prod. And we're going to also make sure that this label applies to all the objects that we have here, okay, that we're going to create. So basically, those are the modifications that we're going to be making to our customization. So once you have those, if you want to generate your files, then you can use kustomize. As a standalone, you can say kustomize build. And if I just enter, that now spit out this file for me. So it makes changes to the service file and it makes changes to the deployment file. If you're not familiar with YAML files, anytime you see that 3 hyphens, it means that is the end of a particular file. So for this one here, for the service file, you see that it has applied this environment pre-prod variable, and we see that it's also appended this to the name. Initially the name was that, and now it has prepended it with this name. And you can see that if I cut LMS SVC, you can see here that the name is Educate Service. Here it has appended pre-prod Educate Service. At the same time here, so we have this label environment equals pre-prod, but in this one here, we don't have that label here. So we see how that file has been used to make changes to this file. If I want, I can do this with a standalone version kustomize build, and I can pipe it to LMS deploy, or let me just say lms.yaml. Okay, so if I open lms.yaml, I see the file that was generated for me. This was the file I was showing you earlier. So I pipe it to a file. Now I have all this information here. And now, of course, if I want, I can do kustomize create -f lms.yaml. And that's it. Really, that's what kustomize does. It makes changes to the YAML files so that you can have all the modifications that you want, and then you go ahead and create them with Kubernetes. That's all. If you understand this file, that's all kustomize does. But it can go a little bit further than this. What I mean by that is that here we have all the files here, but if we come a step back, we also have another folder here called overlays. So we can create a folder called overlays, and in it we create 3 directories. We have a directory for pre-prod, prod, and staging. And in each one of those directories, like pre-prod, we have another file called kustomize. So now, if we cut this customization.yaml, we are making a under the resources section, we're making a reference to the original directory, the original customization.yaml file. And so we're basically saying, let's use everything we define in this file. Okay, let's go to this directory. Let's find the file called customization.yaml, which was the one we just used. Then let's make these additional changes for this particular environment. So if I come out of pre-prod and I go into staging, same thing happens here. We're going to take the original customization file, and then we're going to kind of merge it with this one, apply all of them basically to this file. So in this way, we have been able to separate our environment from pre-prod to staging to prod. And we make all the necessary changes we want, all the things that are peculiar to a specific environment, and then we apply those to the YAML files. After that, of course, you can go ahead and do kubectl create -f and specify the file that we'd like to create. That is the modified file that we'd like to create. And that's all that kustomize does. So one thing to be on the lookout for here is this file here called customization.yaml. In any directory, kustomize uses this file. If I run it here, it's going to use this file. If I go back and run it here, it's not going to work because there's no file called customization here. Though I can specify where to find the file. Now I can say kustomize. Okay, so now I specify the directory and I went ahead and picked the file over there and then apply these changes. So you can see now we have environment prod, and we see the name has been pre-appended with this prod, pre-prod, and then we have that service there. We have the environment here changed to prod, And if we come down to the deployment object, we also have all those changes that have been applied. So that is what this command does. It can be very useful if you're managing a lot of YAML files by yourself and you want to customize them for different environment to ensure that you have the right labels and every other thing that you need for your environment. So far I've been using kustomize, but you can also do kubectl kustomize, then specify the location of the YAML file, and now we have that. So which is better? I would say it depends on you. If you don't have kustomize installed, then you can use the one inbuilt with kubectl. But if you have kustomize installed, maybe you can use kustomize. At the end of the day, you're going to achieve the same objective irrespective of which one of them that you use. Okay, so like any CLI command, you can get more out of kustomize. If you just type kustomize and enter, it's showing you a lot of options here you can do, and a lot of these have sub options. So if you say kustomize build, for example, okay, if you say kustomize build -- help, you have some examples here that you can use, which is, these are some of the ones we're using. So you can set a lot of those arguments here. You can also say kustomize, enter, and you can say kustomize edit, which is quite useful. You can say edit and say the options that follows. So you can say set. You can, for example, change the value of an image from one to another using those options. So on its own is very powerful, but it's very simple as well for what it does. Okay, so pretty much that is kustomize. It's just a tool to help you customize your set of YAML files for different environments, and we'll see how that is used when we get to start using Flux. All right, so I hope to see you in the next video, and thank you for watching.